So it's the end of day 5, and I'm not feeling too great about how trading's been going. It's been going okay. I've been showing a lot of my trades, but a lot of the trades I also haven't taken. I've been thinking about them in my mind, but not actually taking them. And most of the trades I've actually showed on the channel and taken were trades that actually worked out in my favor, and that's why I continued watching them. I haven't been actually showing a lot of my losing trades, because honestly, whenever I would see them not go in the direction I would think, I would just assume they would hit my stop, and then I would just move on. So there were many times that my trades actually got taken out and stopped out, so those are still losses, but I just haven't been showing many of those, so I'm just really not, feeling my strategy too much right now. It feels like I'm crossing my fingers and hoping a lot of the time, which is not how I want to be trading. So I'm going to be changing my strategy a little bit here. I think I'm going to go towards more of a momentum breakout strategy, along with like following trends and focusing on a lot more confluence with the indicators. So the way I'm doing this is I'm kind of looking at the 10-day chart first to see past patterns and trends. Then I'll check out the 15, and then I'll go to the 5-minute. Sometimes, it could be either one. And then I'll go down to the 1-minute chart. And I want to be sure to look at the 10-day chart because the old trends definitely matter. Those support and resistance lines are definitely still there. The 15 and 5-minute chart are both important as well because there could be, a hanging 50 MA line that you need to look at before entering that 1-minute chart. And then obviously you want to use the 1-minute chart to actually take the entry. And my strategy has kind of changed to more of a breaking strategy. I look at the high of day and the pre-market and the low of day and the past days, high of days, and I kind of will wait for a break of that. And before with my trading, I was kind of just looking at one stock for a really long time, hoping to see some sort of pattern come out of it. But now I've changed it, and I've started adding, a lot of stocks to my watch list. This way I could actually see what I was going to be trading. And I could know, I don't have to look at this one stock to try to find any little, B pattern I can find out of it, because I can look across 20 stocks and find, an A plus pattern a lot easier than looking for one in a single stock. So because of that, I decided I was also going to start using Stock Market Watch. And this really helped me out a lot because I could, get a bigger pool of stocks. But back to how I was going to trade, the breakout key areas, I was going to look for ascending and descending triangles. My buddy Tim uses those, and they work out for him, so I'm sure they were working for me pretty well too. Flag patterns, I added those in. I'm trying to learn those. They haven't been as useful as the triangles for me, I don't think, yet, but I might just not be using them properly. I also like to trade in channels with consolidation periods because with these more volatile stocks, they have more room and percentage gain in between the supports and resistances. And also, I'm looking mainly for breakouts of those channels to get me the quick gains that I'm trying to look for. So back to the Stock Market Watch. I usually go through it and look at the pre-market gainers and the top percent gainers. And once I look at those and I see those, I preferably look for stocks that are over $5, but the more important thing to me is the volume. I look for at least 50,000, and it's usually around 50,000 to 150,000 that I find. I'll add all those to my watch list, and then I'll break it down on the 10-day chart, like I said earlier. And then I'll look for those key supports and resistances, and I'll place my pre-market high of day and low of day. And then I'll just set, alerts at each of those important support and resistance levels, and that's how I can, I don't even have to look through them. It'll actually notify me on an alert when it's about to break one of those important areas, and then I can just zoom right into that stock and watch it carefully. And finally, because I'm trading from such a large pool of stocks, I can look for more A plus setups. And I'm getting so many stocks just because the pre-market gainers and the top percent gainers, and I could even look at the top losers if I wanted to and take some short positions. But I haven't really been wanting to do that just because, Thinkorswim doesn't have many short positions, so I'm actually trying to take more longs than anything right now. So with this strategy, there's a few patterns I'm looking for more than anything. And these are going to be your bullish ascending triangles and your bearish descending triangles, and then just breakouts in general. when I first started trading, I was just always trying to trade the consolidation channels where I would try to trade off the support and then go up to the resistance and hit the resistance and just try to get out my 0.5% to 2% or whatever it was, you know, based on the stock and the volatility. But, you know, I started looking at these bullish triangles and the bearish triangles, and, you know, when stocks break out, they can really just fly up or fly down. So, you know, I thought that the triangles were going to be pretty scarce and you were only going to find them at certain times, but I was surprised in the markets that I've found these triangles pretty much everywhere I look. And they've actually been pretty useful. They, you know, you could take a position off the actual trend line. So if you're looking at the bullish ascending triangle, just before it goes up and breaks through that resistance level, it reaches that trend line that it's already bounced on twice. So I could either take a position on that trend line, which would be a little riskier, but I have the opportunity to set a tighter stop loss. Or I could take it, you know, right as it breaks through that resistance line. But obviously, you know, there's fake breakouts and false breakouts, shall I say, that you also have to worry about. So, you know, they're just really versatile, and I get a high accuracy rate with them. So I'm really starting to like breakouts. You know, you got to be careful with the false breakouts, but it just gives you such an opportunity to set such a tight stop loss for the gains that you could make, and you just have such a high risk to return ratio that it's really drawing me to them in terms of my strategy. So I'm not going to get rid of my old strategy, but I don't want to just watch it go towards, you know, an MA or anything like that and just assume that it's going to bounce off of it. I want to actually be a part of the trade and join in with the buyers when they're buying, or join in with the sellers. I don't want to just, you know, see volume of, you know, 300 and then just, you know, take a buy order because it's on the support line and just hope that it's going to go up. So that's how I'm going to change my strategy, hopefully. And I already actually traded day 6 and it went very well with this strategy, so I'm probably going to keep trading it more. And I'm about to actually post the day 6 trading live video, so I hope I'll see you guys there. And I appreciate you guys watching.